POV content is huge right now and is practically everywhere on the internet. So whether you're making tutorials, behind the scenes clips, or documenting your own creative process, having a first person perspective lets your audience see exactly what you see, making your videos way more immersive. But here's the challenge. Holding your phone or setting up a complex rig every time you want a POV shot isn't always practical. And that's where the Neewer Neck Holder Mount Pro comes in. Today I'll be reviewing this mount and showing you why it's an awesome tool for photographers, videographers, and content creators alike. So one of my favorite uses for this is behind the scenes photography. You could document your setup, camera settings, and creative decisions without needing a second person to film. Personally, for me, I'm a one-man show, meaning I set up all my equipment on set, do all the rigging, and I like to show behind the scenes content, especially when it comes to my lighting setups. Usually, I would ask my model to hold my video camera while I explain the setup, but some models may not want to do that or even feel comfortable holding my camera, which is completely valid. I could also see if one of my friends is free to come and record for me on my photo shoots or trying to find a production assistant, but that's an extra step that's not always feasible, which is why I love this neck mount. I can pretty much be my own assistant and talk about my lighting setups all by myself, and I can get close to the lights and let people see my exact settings and basically keep a one-man show running, which is what I prefer, honestly. Alright, another way that this neck mount is a game changer is with street photography or travel content. It frees up your hands while still capturing everything from your perspective, and you can let your audience see exactly what's happening leading up to a shot. For say example, you're going on a photo walk, it could show what happens right before that shot and what happens after it, or if you interact with another person. Another benefit of the neck mount that I found is that since you're most likely using your phone with it, the mic that comes with your phone is usually pretty good, and you can use this as an audio recorder. Just listen to how clear my voice is when I was using it on my shoots.
Your head towards the door. More. All the way. Yep. Keep it.
Turn your head towards that black.
Flare out this elbow a little bit more.
Okay, granted, it was in a studio environment where the noise is pretty minimal and I wasn't doing street photography where there's a ton more ambient sound, but I think the clip still showcases how handy this tool could be for you if you just want to get a quick reel out or something. And finally, if you create tutorials or time lapses, this mount makes filming effortless. Whether you're teaching photography techniques, showing how you edit, or even setting up gear, you get a natural overhead POV shot without a crazy setup. Personally, I plan on doing a lot more educational stuff in this channel, so I'll definitely be using this neck mount to show off my camera and lighting settings. So a quick disclaimer, Neewer did send me this mount to test out, but this is not a paid review in any way, shape, or form. Everything I share in this video is my own honest opinion after using it for a few weeks, so hopefully it'll help you decide if it's something worth adding to your content creation toolkit. Alright, let's talk about the product itself. So it's a neck worn mount with the flexible gooseneck arm and a sturdy clamp for your phone with the magnet attached to the end of the clamp. So you can bend the gooseneck to your preferred angle, and once you set it, it stays in place for the most part. You can bend it to the side, pretty much do whatever your heart desires. As for comfort, the gooseneck itself has like this protective padding around it that's fairly thick. So I've worn this around my neck for 2 hours straight on a shoot, and I only started to experience some neck discomfort right around the 2-hour mark of my shoot, and my phone was attached to the neck mount pretty much the entire time. As for the magnet and how strong the clamp is, it definitely was one of my concerns going into this and testing this product, because what if like my phone just randomly falls off? So after testing this about for 3 weeks, I'm very happy to notice that it never once fell off. For reference, I have an iPhone 13 Pro Max, and it's definitely one of the larger phones on the market. But to test it even further, I put it through a little shake test. Hopefully you can see that Neewer did a great job with the mount and the magnet, and I feel very safe trusting this phone with the mount. Alright, so let's talk about the pros and cons. We're going to discuss cons first, and I can only find 2 things to complain about. The first one are the articulated arms on the mount itself. I personally found that the articulated arms were a little stiff on the mount. It's not a crazy amount of stiffness where you have to like yank it like this, but there is a lot more tension than I would expect for something like this. So you just have to put a little bit more elbow grease than you might think, but it's not really a major concern. I'm kind of just nitpicking at this point, but yeah, just something to be mindful about. And the second con itself would be the gooseneck itself. It could be a little more comfortable, or just like have a bigger area, like right here, just thickness, so it's distributed more around your neck. But really, what I wish the gooseneck did differently was just be bigger, because right now I can't slip it over my head. You have to undo it with this button on the back, put it around your neck, and then clip it in. So it takes me about 3 seconds, but sometimes I just wish I could just put it on and over my neck. So maybe Neewer can create a bigger version in the future where you are able to do that. But then again, if it's a bigger gooseneck, then it would hang lower and wouldn't be like a chest POV perspective. But then maybe they could just make a bigger articulated arm, so then it raises it back up. I'm not even sure if it's, a good idea design wise, but I just wish that we could just put the gooseneck on and over. And again, I'm probably just nitpicking, but yeah, I just wish that we could do that and I didn't have that extra step, even though it does take 3 seconds. But yes, another thing to be mindful of. So as for pros, I would say the biggest one is the price by far. For a very affordable price, you get this entire neck mount and you get a ton of stuff with the kit. So it comes with the clamp with the magnet attached to your phone, but also comes with a second one that you could attach like an action camera, like a GoPro or maybe like an Insta360. You get 2 different types of mounts. You get some lanyard to make it even more secure around your chest. You just basically attach it here, then put the string around your chest, so that way if you're walking or something, it's not bouncing, so it just stays to your chest basically. And I thought you get a lot with it, especially for the price. The build quality is very good. Like, I'm not sure exactly what type of metal it is, but it feels sturdy, doesn't feel cheap at all. And I feel like if I accidentally drop this or something, that it's not just gonna break or fall apart. And again, that magnet is super strong, and yeah, it's just overall good build quality. So overall, the Neewer Neck Holder Mount Pro is an awesome tool if you want to level up your content creation. If you make short form videos in any way or form, this is a very simple and affordable way to get that high quality POV shots without any extra effort. So if you believe that this is something you want to pick up, you could check out the description for 2 different links. I'll have one to Neewer's website where you can buy directly from them, and also from Amazon. Another disclaimer is that they're both affiliate links, so if you do buy it through those links, and it helps the channel out a little bit, and I would appreciate that. Let me know if you have any questions about it. You could feel free to leave a comment down below or message me on Instagram, and I always respond pretty fast, so I really want to help you out, especially if you're trying to decide if you're on the fence on this purchase. So just let me know if I could help you and answer any questions you might have about it. And if you want to see more gear reviews like this, or just general photography tips or behind the scenes content, then feel free to check out my other videos on my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Your toes, try to point them up more if possible. Yeah. Look straight that way. And look up, like right there. Your eyes as you do that. Eyes. Mm-hmm.